Our beloved Balakrishna Shuklaji, with whose initiation this function has been possible, and number of my friends are sitting in the audience, Dr. Vipin Patel, Dr. Chetan Patel, our Dr. V.C. Patel has just left the dignitary, head of the Baroda branch also, and who was the mayor also. It gives me some pleasure today to be associated with you all. And that too particularly for a cause which nobody thought in the beginning, and it was thought only by a person who is not a doctor, but definitely he is dedicated, he is concerned, he is serving for the humanity, and he cares for the humanity. It is none other than Shri Balakrishna Shukla. I think you will be hand to him. As you just now you have heard about the post-polio syndrome, I think today we can raise our head with pride that India has been removed from the list of polio. The credit goes to each and every member sitting in this hall. Credit goes to all the NGOs in the country. Credit goes to all the doctors who have dedicated their services in eradicating the poliomyelitis. But still there are a lot of things which we have to concentrate. The person who has suffered from poliomyelitis, person's in the family becomes in agony, and once they just console themselves to whatever the God has given us, I think now we should bear with that. But unfortunately, after 30-40 years, new symptoms starts coming which they never dreamed. I think number of persons sitting in this hall are not aware. This post-polio syndrome is the condition or the elements which is coming after 30 to 40 years of the polio effect. Because at that time we had left everything about the polio. And now, until unless we are not sensitizing the masses, it's not possible for us. And we are proud of the persons like Shagun Bhai, who himself is a victim of this poliomyelitis, who has taken a torch and he is showing the path to other polio-affected persons. Hats off to you, sir. Hats off. I think the role of society is big here. As a medical man, we can just give some palliative therapies, because after 30 years nothing is required, only the rehabilitation. No proper treatment is required, only the lifestyle has to be changed, because there are the progressive diseases, progressive symptoms which are coming to the body, which has to be addressed accordingly. Only doctors can teach, but the maximum can be done by the society, by the parents, by the kids and by the relatives of the person who is suffering from that. If we can sensitize the society, I think we have achieved a lot. So, the combination of persons like Balakrishna Shukla and Indian Medical Association, I am sure, sir, this effort will go in a long way, and I assure you from this platform that Indian Medical Association is committed for this cause, because we always believe to serve the humanity and to serve the humankind also all over the world. Polio has been eradicated, but still I think I would like to touch only one thing. Now, injectable polio has to be given if we want to maintain that. That's a long issue. I think we will be discussing in that long one. But the thing which I wanted to say is the sensitization of the masses. Friends, I would like to give you the brief history of Indian Medical Association also, because a big platform. Indian Medical Association is an NGO non-government organization of more than 2,20,000 doctors all over the country, with 1,700 local branches and 30 states and other all union territories. You name the district, you name the place, any metro city or any small place where there are the few doctors community, they have formed their own association under the umbrella of Indian Medical Association. And the best was only because once we are under the one umbrella, we can deliver, we can be associated with each other. Whatever activities we are doing for the humanity, we have to do it. Sir, Indian Medical Association is committed for the social causes also. I remember in 2004, we started our first project of the Aao Gaon Chale, and that was inaugurated in Mehsana only in Gujarat. That was. And after that, sir, Janananji, I want to just bring to your notice, sir, more than 2,000 villages have been adopted by our branches, where we are giving free services once in a month or somewhere in twice a month. We are going to the villages where facilities are not there, selecting the patients and whatever best we can give to them or referring them to the government hospital so they should get a proper treatment. Under the Aao Gaon Chale project, we started another project that was Anemia-Free India. You will be surprised to note, more than 75% of our population is having anemia. Nobody knows, and particularly the adolescent age group, children's group, they are having. We have sensitized more than 8 lakh school children, in which 85% children are having anemia. And how much loss we are having, that we cannot imagine. So these were some projects which we have taken. And the best was, recently we have started, not recently, we started that project in 2000. That was the Beti Bachao, Save the Girl Child. It is a very, very burning issue in our society. How the sex ratio is deteriorating in the country. There are some states where only 600 female children are available for the male children of 1,000. 600 to 1,000 male boys. There are states where only 700, even I think in the Gujarat also it is 800 and something. I'm not forgetting. In Delhi also we are facing the same problem. And who's to be blamed? As far as Indian Medical Association is concerned, sir, we are committed for this cause, and we will never protect any doctor indulging in the abortion, the female feticide. We have even boycotted them also, and we have punished them also. But I think the time has come when, in spite of the doctors, society will have to take that lead also. If we can sensitize the families, I think we can achieve the goal also. No person, as far as the medical profession is concerned, nobody is going to the families who wants to get this sex determination, but they are going. But there are the families who knows this family has gone under the abortion or something. Have we boycotted them? Why we cannot boycott them? A time was there in our society when जब कहते थे हुक्का पानी बंद कर देते थे. If we do such type of the discarding of the families in the villages, in the cities, I think we can achieve a lot. And other thing is, mindset has to be changed. When the Navratra comes, everyone sitting here who are Hindus, we worship the small children, small girls. We go from door to door, we bring the small girls, wash their feet, and do the puja. And when a girl wants to take a bath in our family, we don't allow that. Who is to be blamed? That is a mindset which is to be blamed. Until unless we are not changing our mindset, I don't think we can achieve something which is very, very pertaining in the country. Our country is otherwise progressing a lot, but once somebody discusses this thing, that infanticide or female feticide is progressing in India, we have to look down. There are a number of things, and we have started, and you will be very happy to know that in 2001 only, in Delhi, we organized all the religion meet. All the religions meet means all Hindu, Sikh, Isai, Muslim, Jain, then Baha'i, all the religions heads are on the dais. And we requested them, sir, we have failed in sensitizing the public, but your word will be taken as a word of the Gita, or word of the Quran, or word of the Guru Granth Sahib. You pass the verdict, pass it, return to the society. But after that also, the thing which we wanted to achieve, we have not achieved. I do confess it. I do confess it, we have not achieved. And I am highly thankful to Shri Guru Sunil Gavaskar, who last year accepted our call, and he became the ambassador of our Beti Bachao Abhiyan. Save the Girl Child. I'm highly thankful to the legendary Hema Malini, who this year only, on 28th of February, she gave a consent when she was in Delhi, where she became the ambassador of Save the Girl Child. She is a proud mother of two daughters. And I'm not having that clippings with me. यही बहुत बड़ी बात है. आप उसके बीच में पढ़ने की कोशिश करिए कितनी चीज रहती है. हम लोग आदमी कहते हैं बच्चे की बेटे की तरफ भागते हैं, लेकिन वक्त आ गया है जब बेटों से बढ़ के बेटियां माँ बाप की सेवा करती हैं, बेटियां घर को संभालती हैं और बेटियां ही घर को आपस में पिरो के रखती हैं, एक दूसरे बांध के रखती हैं. कोई परिवार पूरा नहीं है अगर उस घर के अंदर किसी बेटी ने जन्म नहीं लिया. वो जीवन अधूरा है जिसने कभी कन्या दान नहीं किया. अगर हम यही सीख लें तो हम समझते कि बहुत सी समस्याएं हमारी चली जाएं. मैं आदरणीय जयनारायण जी का हार्दिक दिल से धन्यवाद देता हूं और खास तौर से उस वक्त के ऊपर जिस वक्त की इंडियन मेडिकल एसोसिएशन के लोग हमेशा अप्रोच कर रहे थे असॉल्ट ऑन डॉक्टर्स, जो यूनियन ने एक बिल पास किया है पार्लियामेंट असेंबली के अंदर. मैं शुक्रगुजार हूं जयनारायण जी का और खासतौर से नरेंद्र मोदी जी का. एक यूनिमस बिल पास हुआ गुजरात के अंदर विच हैज बिकम एग्जाम्पलरी फॉर एवरीबॉडी. आप लोग भी समझते हैं इस चीज को कि आए दिन आप लोग देखते होंगे कि अस्पताल के ऊपर किसी न किसी प्रकार का कोई ना कोई झगड़ा होता रहता है और जब बच्चा कोई बच जाता है तो ठीक है, अगर कुछ हो जाता है तो वो सारी गलती डॉक्टर पर डाल दी जाती है. डॉक्टर भगवान नहीं है. हाँ, अगर उसने गलती की है तो उसको पनिशमेंट मिलना चाहिए. हम इससे दूर नहीं भागना चाहते. लेकिन जिस वक्त एक मरीज बहुत ही दयनीय अवस्था में आता है तो वो डॉक्टर भगवान होता है. जब पेशेंट आईसीयू होता है वो डॉक्टर भगवान होता है और जब आईसीयू से निकल के वो बाहर वार्ड में आ जाता है तो वो सिर्फ डॉक्टर रह जाता है. और एक हफ्ते के बाद जब उसके हाथ में अस्पताल का बिल जाता है तो वही डॉक्टर शैतान और डाकू बन जाता है. सोचने की जरूरत है. डॉक्टर वही है, सेवा उसी ने की है, लेकिन उसको बदलने में सिर्फ एक हफ्ता लगा. भगवान से कहां पर पहुंच गया. सोसाइटी का एक फर्ज बनता है कि उनकी सेवा को देखे वो भी एक इंसान है. कि कुछ इश्यूज से मैं चाहता था कि आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करूं, बहुत जरूरी था. मैं आदरणीय जयनारायण से जरूर एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा. Indian Medical Association is passing through a very critical stage through this time. You all must have gone through the papers, you must have gone through the radio clippings. The government of India is going to introduce a bill that is National Council for Human Resource in Health. Our Prime Minister says the disintegration of the big states will help us in governing the states. If the departments are too big, let us divide into 2 or 3 so that they can deliver better. But our health minister says 5 councils were not working properly, so I want to merge them and I want to make them 1 council and they will work better. I think you are left with this. How they can do this thing? If the person who is expert in the nursing council will come under one umbrella, dental council will be also dissolved, medical council is also dissolved, physiotherapy council is also dissolved, only 1 council will be there, and the persons who will be heading this council will be none other than the IAS officer in the bureaucracy or in the government only. So we always say it is a council, national council is by the government, for the government and with the government only and not for the general public. Sir, it is the time when you have to give it good thought. And the persons like you and the leaders like you can only object all these things. Why the democratic pattern of the society, why the democratic pattern of the councils is being abolished, is being tarnished? Why? We are in the setup of the democracy. We cannot be dictated every time. You must have gone through the government of our health minister, national health minister says, 3.5 year doctor is sufficient for the rural areas. IM is objecting on this point. Are we wrong, sir? We have asked only one thing to the government of India, कि our friends, our relatives who are living in the villages are not the human beings. Is there any disease which is demarked, which is only fixed in the villages only and which is not in the urban area? How you can demand the disease, how you can demand the other things from the rural and urban areas. Every pavement of the village, every small road of the village comes to the highway, then goes to the city. How you can cut them from that society? Are they not the human beings? Are they not the equally citizen of the country? Why this sort of differentiation? Even in the National Commission for Human Rights, once we approached this, the government of India is planning to bring 3.5-year course. And you will be surprised to note in 1952, then Prime Minister of India, Sri Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, abolished this 3.5-year course of LLB after the recommendation of Board Commission. He was not a visionary. That after 50 years you are thinking again of coming to the 3 years course. Indian doctors are recognized all over the country with the highest reputation. And what will happen if this message will go to the global countries? In the country like India, it requires only 3 years. And even after getting a 4.5 years course, nobody thinks he's a doctor. He's pursuing for the MD or MS. But government thinks that they can have a better doctor in 3.5 years. And most surprising thing comes, it is that we have got a lot of money in the NRHM, National Rural Health Mission. And what is happening to the NRHM money, I don't want to say. Everybody knows about that thing. I'm not here, I'm not a political person, but just I'm a responsible citizen of this country. If something is wrong, I should share my views with each and everyone without any disturbance. Sir, I look forward to you, Sir Janarani sir. I think, and already we have written a letter to Shri Narendra Modi ji, our Chief Minister Sahab also. We have sent that letter. The time has come, sir, we want your help also, so that we can deliver better for the society and we can do whatever best we can do for the society. And once again, I assure you, sir, from this platform, in Indian Medical Association will be always at your one call. Whenever you call, we are there to serve at any place of the country. And to Sir Balkishan Shukla sir also, I assure you, sir, the cause which you have taken of the post-polio syndrome, IMA will stand with you wherever possible, whatever services you require. More than 2 lakh doctors are there to help you in each and every aspect. Thank you very much, sir.